we'll crack on ahead. We've got apologies of absence from
Councillor Dodd.
Councillor Dodd. Any schools of interest? No? Okay, moving on to public questions. Any public questions? Yeah.
Would you have any public questions?
Public questions, yes.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yes, I did send an email to the clerk and to yourself back in January, and so it was rather rude that you conducted a meeting about the surgery on my territory, and yet I wasn't invited. But I never got a reply.
I'm not aware of a meeting with regards to surgery.
Well,
we put in a support for the development of the surgery,
yes, and it said,
but I'm not aware of any meetings.
I think it said in there that you'd have an on-site meeting on the 9th of January,
I don't believe
before you put your submission in.
the surgery people had an on-site meeting.
Sorry?
The surgery people had an on-site meeting to review it, not Felton Parish Council.
Ah, well,
Yeah.
it looks as if your comments were incorrect. So, have you ever had any meeting with anyone? Because I think we fall into a trap with the surgery. We're discussing windows and steps and tracks and things, as to whether we actually want a surgery there, or we want to. There didn't seem to be an argument to retain what this village was after.
Well, the issue is the finances from when the kind of surgery, the new build surgery became a thing. Finances have just dramatically moved on. It's no longer cost effective to do it, and the developer wasn't able to. They then decided themselves the most beneficial thing for the ones that run the surgery are to redevelop, to purchase the property next door and then redevelop what they already have. So it's out with of the council's control now, other than we will support them in that because we want them to keep a doctor's facilities in the village. That is why we're supporting the application, because we'd rather they redevelop there, spend money on this. If they're investing into that property, it can only be a good thing for Felton.
Well,
If they decide saying no, we're not going to do anything, and they run it the way it is run just now, without investing any money, all they'll end up doing is shut it down in a few years. Whereas now they're investing money in it, so we can only take the benefit from that.
Did you seek any advice from County Council or from the trust? Or just take the word for this company that wants to take it over? We've been let down.
Take the operations of the surgery is out with our remit as the Parish Council.
Well, no, you've got a say. You must have a say in it. You've had a say in it for years.
Unfortunately, we don't have a say in the operations of the surgery.
Well,
Have we asked for any of the costs?
Excuse me, we're finishing with this gentleman first.
yeah. I can remember the arrogance of that chairman at the first meeting here. I said, you take this and you get nothing. That should have been challenged from the very beginning.
Okay.
I mean, this is
Would you like us to have a surgery in the village?
Of course I would.
Okay.
But if I can
At the moment, they're willing to invest money in the existing surgery, and that is a good thing.
but it's going to be no better than we had.
Have you seen the plans?
Have you seen the plans for it?
But yes, I have.
Sure, but that's paper.
But it's on the internet now. They're not taking any more people. But it's closed. It's closed to people registering with the surgery.
That's nonsense. My wife just registered there last month.
Well, it's on the internet. Go home tonight and look. They're taking no one. Your wife probably got in because 2 people in the village have died in the last fortnight.
Right.
And a number of these housing estates were built on the promise there was going to be bigger surgery.
Okay. Well, at at the moment, they're going to be building a bigger surgery in the existing building. We need to let that see through to fruition, okay?
Well, it's not
At the
going to be a
moment-
bigger surgery. They
Well,
said it's,
it is, because they're part of the building now, they're moving into the full building. So it will be bigger.
So there's a reason why they've invested the money into putting 2 new consulting rooms and 2 new treatment rooms in there, as well as going into upstairs of the Horner's old property. If they were planning on keeping the service as it is at the moment, there is absolutely no way they would be expanding into the rest of that building and spending that money on it.
And it's-
They are, you know, there is plans there that they are going to be expanding services, but they won't be taking new clients at the moment until they've got that provision in place. So if you do go on the website, they've got a full plan of when the building's starting. You can see it on there what's going on, and you can see how much more space there is going to be allocated. That they are spending, you know, lots and lots of money on developing that building into a bigger surgery. And that actually, when you look at what the plans were for here, is a better facility than what was going to be going at the top of Bellway if it had gone ahead, if you look at what the schematics of it. And it's going to be in the centre of the village, and I think it's going to be a great facility for everybody that's here.
Bus stops out beside it,
Yeah.
in both directions.
And it is now out of our hands, it is going ahead in the...
And one of the best things about it is, they own the facility, rather than them being dependent on a developer where they're paying money out every month, every year to. They own the facility there. So it's in their best interest to then maintain it.
I had a belated meeting with Jamie Mitchell. I'm very conscious of what I was speaking with. Because I own half the road into it.
Okay.
I paid for that road for years. It's on my deeds. That road was built for the farmer's niece. So I know all about the road and what I'm entitled to. And I said, well, why do you keep delaying this thing? It keeps slipping and slipping. And it's because they're running short of money. There was a contingency, and he says, to be honest, Jim, it's more or less gone. We're looking for more money.
Well, and we just need to
So we may finish in the end with what the chairman said. We may finish with nothing.
Well, at the moment, we just need to give a chance. Like our hands are tied on it a bit, okay? But they've gone through the efforts. My understanding, they've appointed a contractor on it. So we just, that's a big first step as well. Okay, move on.
Yeah, I've just heard statements about they're spending lots and lots of money. I think it was Councillor Cuthbert said that. So why are they spending lots and lots of money on an unsuitable building in a poor location in a known black spot for parking and traffic?
In your opinion.
When, can I finish my point, please?
Well, if you can get to a question, please, that'd be appreciated.
I am asking the question, why are they spending all that money when there's a perfectly good site that you've spent 15 years getting here, which is free, and all they have to do is build a new build? How much is this purchase of that new build, of the surgery cost?
I'm not involved in...
Well, I would guess...
Right, you ask the question, let me answer, and then we'll decide how we proceed. I don't know, and personally, it's not the parish council's issue what a new build surgery costs. Okay, the people involved in the surgery have decided that it wasn't viable to proceed, and decided to look at their alternative, the building that they currently have. The money Councillor Cuthbert would have been referring to would be to purchase the property. So that's an investment in money. They've developed plans for it. That's another investment in money. They've gone out to tender. That is going to be another investment in money. So, there.
Well, they're going to end up spending as much as we're going to spend here. It was 1.2 million for Azura, and that was with their massive profit margins on top of it.
Okay.
So that building would have cost at least £500,000 to purchase.
And
On current costs, on the size that's being refurbished, it works out at something like £300,000. Pardon?
Are we getting to a question again?
I'm just stating, I am
There's
supporting
statements
a public question from
Okay.
one of the ex-councillors.
Well, I go back, this thing was rushed, because Jamie Mitchell came to me and asked, who owns the garage at the top of the drive?
Okay,
Who owns it? He didn't even know what they bought. I mean, it was a panic thing. The parish council should have stepped in and said, we want to discuss this with the county council and the trust.
the decision, Jim, was made last year. I believe it was around when we found out about it. It was dropped out in a newsletter to, I think the PPG found out prior to the parish council, and then also was dropped out in a newsletter the morning of our annual parish meeting last year. And came out the blue from us. I then had the PR from NPC and the trust kind of rushing around trying to get us on the phone the day after, understanding that there was a bit of fallout on it. And then, so we were involved in the decision to pull it from there and pull it to there was made before we were even involved in it. So there is, and at the end of the day, it's like any other business in the village redeveloping their own property. We wouldn't get involved if the gallery decided they wanted to expand inside and add more art space, unless we felt it was detrimental to the village. And having a doctor's surgery in the heart of the village, I don't think is detrimental to it. But I think a lot of your questions are probably best be directed to MPC and the trust, or I don't know if you're part of the PPG, maybe get involved with some of those people and ask them to direct your questions at them.
Well, I'll be honest, you're asking the individuals to do the job of the parish council.
It's not.
The running of a doctor's surgery is not the parish council's business, Jim, I'm sorry.
No, I'm talking about the planning.
The planning, well, they've submitted plans. The plans of a county council, I don't know whether they've been approved yet or not, but they've submitted plans to planning county council on it. But I'm sorry, we're gonna have to move on now though. Okay, can't keep revolving around the one subject now.
The email you put out on
Excuse me.
The email.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
If you've not been asked to respond, then we'll not talk. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
But then he'd Paddington allocated it elsewhere, and I think it's probably that he's then, gone, oh, I really should have implemented that, tried to do it, and because it's not actually very balanced, and realised that it can't go in that direction. But it's a real shame, because it's also been told that it just was going to happen, and also told that travel was going to pay for, so.
It's disappointing.
Well, perhaps we should put a plaque on it, the
building,
shelter.
the open side that was trying to spot.
No, it's not as good when I thought that Glenn was saying that minute, but I'm still about something interesting. Yeah, I feel like I'm thinking
No, it's just
It was very cold when it came.
oh no, it definitely was cold, but
Just turn it down.
right, yeah, turn it down if you want.
Thank you. for
Yeah,
the
so-
explanation.
I think, yeah, any items for the next meeting, try and get to the clerk as soon as possible. Date of the next meeting will be Monday, 30th of March at 8 PM. Thank you very much, everyone. For part 2 of the meeting, I propose that we, under section 1.2 of the Public Body Commission Meeting Act 1960, to exclude the public press. If the business being discussed becomes confidential for any reason being stated as part of this resolution. So the reason being stated is we will be wanting to freely discuss the tenders and which will this stage are of a confidential nature. So proposal will be close the meeting now.
You need to actually take a vote on it.
Yeah, we're voting.
Thank you. For future Gary, if you're leaving the meeting during it, take your camera with you.
I don't need to.
You cannot leave your camera unattended in this building.
You can.
You can't.
Well, I beg to differ.
If it is done again, your camera will be shut down. Okay?
Well, I'm telling you, you can.
This is perfect knowledge to you. It will be shut down if it is left there in future unattended.
Right. Well, just officially, I'm telling you, you can do it. Okay?
I'm telling you, we will be shutting it down.
No, you need to check. The clerk needs to check whether I'm allowed to.
You can vacate the building now, please.
Sorry, the clerk, will you check, please? Because the chair's not taking any notice of what I say. Can you say yes or no, please?
Do you have public liability insurance for your camera?
Sorry?
Do you have any public liability insurance for your
Well, I
camera?
need it the way you tried to trip it over it when you went past. Well, you asked me to sit on this side. I used to sit over there.
Yeah, walk in the fire exit. So
Well, where would you like me to sit next
please
then?
leave the building now.
Where would you like me to
Please
sit?
leave the building now.
No, I'm asking you a question. You made a comment about the camera.
Okay, thank you very much.